ladies and gentlemen, let's kill these bitches. That's my handsome gun. Alright, hello ladies and gentlemen. I am Iron Mustache, your host without the most. Welcome back to Warhammer 40k Darktide. And we're getting our kicks on part 66. Anyway, without further ado, let's just get right into it and have some fun here. Still continuing off using Arbitrator. And, yeah, it's several times I had to redo this video because, for whatever reason, the game has been kind of having some quality issues, you know, being kind of slow, kind of staticky, freezing a lot, several crashes, or a couple crashes I dealt with, and just, I'm hoping that with this recording, it will be the only recording I'm going to have to do here, because, yeah, it's been having some issues, quality issues, like, literally, I get into a match, and I'm like, game's frozen, and freezing, like, it's like, you know, like that, or whatever, and I fall over a cliff, and I have to wait for a teammate to get me and help me off from falling off the edge. Yeah, it was pretty terrible, so, but hopefully this time, that's not happening anymore. At least I hope not. No promises, but we'll see. Because I'm getting real tired of having to redo this shit. So, but hey, that's all we can do is just see if this will be a lot better. Let's see here. All right, let's get my arbitrator. The game seems slow. Gameplay may have effect. Oh my god. Still slow. All right, that's what it says. Well, hopefully it's not horribly slow. I mean, frickin' hope not, because, well, I don't want to deal with that shit. Not today. I dealt with that, like, yesterday several times, and I had to redo and redo and redo, and hopefully this is the last redo I have to do, because I ain't doing this no more. I'm not doing it, you know? Alright, well, let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, well. Oh, you know what? One thing I really want to show y'all. It's not completed, but I gotta show y'all this. Give me a second. So I had to re-record this several times. But having some quality issues starting off, and then when I finally was able to fix those quality issues, I decided, okay, I'm just going to go into Expeditions mode and record that video. And I get mixed with a few people who don't know what the frick they're doing. So instead of doing Expeditions today, which I was really hoping to do, I guess I'm just going to do just a regular mission. Hope for the best. It's going to go a lot better this time, and this will be a successfully recorded video, a successful mission. But hey, you know what? I'll show you something. Check this shit out. It's not painted yet, but I'm going to work on painting it sooner or later. Check it out. I got the Black Temple Emperor's Champion figurine. Isn't that fucking cool as shit? Yeah, look at that. Look at that motherfucker. It's fucking cool as shit. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to get right into the thing here in a minute, I guess. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it be, because I hope. And, yep, hopefully get in there soon enough. But yeah, this is like, I felt like the 10th time I had to completely start from scratch on this particular video, which sucks, but it is what it is, I guess. Sometimes, you know, this is the way I see it. With the new Expeditions mode, for people who may not be as experienced with it. I've only did like one expedition so far, and I really got the concept pretty quickly. This is the way I see it. For people who may not know how to do it or doing it for the first time, simply think of it as if you ever played a Left 4 Dead game. It's this concept is kind of the same, right? Like kill the enemies as much as you can and survive, try to live, and then unlock the safe zones, right? There's like safe zones you can get into with your whole team and get in there and you can restock on your like ammo, health, whatever, yada yada, and then you'll be able to go into the next area. With expeditions there's also the time limit, so make sure that you are able to you're able to, you know, reach the safe zones essentially before the timer runs out, right? Because you don't want to be stuck out there when the timer runs out. So anyway, that's how I see it. At least that's just how I see it. Okay, so now let's see. What kind of mission? I've already done all the special stuff. Do I maybe want to do? Let's see here. Maelstrom. I guess I could do a Maelstrom. I guess. I mean, it may not be easy. I might die, but at the same time, I might have a good team and be successful. Well, here we go.
Heretics are using Tertium's railroad network to transport their forces. We can use that. You're going to infiltrate behind enemy lines and redirect a train with a high-value target on board. After that, make your way into Chasm Terminus proper and kill the bastard when he arrives.
Scanner!
You're in position. Set your data interrogators and let's get access to the auto scheduler.
I see a ranger!
We killed the ranger!
No more noise from that ranger.
Shotgun!
Salutations. Hadron online. Data interrogation rate acceptable.
Assist the liability!
Data stream ceased. You are certain you've installed the data interrogator correctly? Data flow resuming. No interruptions. Omnissiah be praised.
I think it's trying to be friendly!
Hasn't coming us ahead to focus on duty and we made.
You are not like other strikers I have met.
I believe I am on merely highly motivated by delivering justice. Watch out! Jonah!
That meat truck will cover us now!
Expect heavy resistance inside.
Fight is here!
Air smells strange. Like old boots. Dead scabbers.
It is those
Enemy covered!
but
Begin
our
full
lot
assault!
is not ours. Drop her down! your ammo, brute.
What the fuck, man? Okay. Y'all saw that shit, right? Or my screen showed and I just yeah. Server crashed. I was very lucky to be able to get back in the mission and finish it. But on the good side, I managed now to get to level 29. But y'all notice that Ogren? Like, I'm not even joking. It totally reminded me of Bill from Left 4 Dead. I mean, even the guy playing that Ogren laughed about that. That was pretty awesome. It was sucky because of that server crash. But in the end, it actually turned out to be pretty darn fun. And that was a really helpful Ogren. I've always said, I've said several times that you always have a good time in Darktide if someone you're playing with is playing Ogren. You're always going to have a good time because, I don't know, it's just something about anyone I've experienced playing Ogren, we're just 100% good sports. Always helpful. Always there for a good laugh, you know. They're kind of people that just don't take it too seriously. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about that. But anyway, I have talent points now. Ooh, okay. Mr. Fancy Pants over here. And penances too. Which is not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, seek and destroy. Yes, I will seek and destroy. And I got a talent point. Well, that's rare. Okay, let's see here. I got one talent point. What should I spend it on? Something fancy? For breather, 20 corruption resistance to do. Oh. Reduce. 20 set corruption resistance plus 75 reduced damage taken from toxic. Oh, you know what? Yeah. That honestly sounds like a great idea. Yeah, 75% resistance from toxic gas. I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm all for it. All right, let me just check my fancy stuff here. The Branks or the Branks MKX. I don't know, something. Fancy-ish. Probably not the fanciest, but cosmetics. Let's see here. Okay. I hammered the legs. Okay, yep, that sounds kind of fancy. Let's see, any fancy stuff here? No, not really. Alright, well, I think I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave it off here for today. This is going to be part 66. Oh, damnation level. That's fancy. Well, that's going to be part 66 of Darktide. Anyway, I'm your host at the Most Iron Mustache, and I'll be right with y'all. Alright, so as awful as that server errors and have to re-record this shit over and over and over, that ended up being a very fun match, even though I died several times. But there was some very funny moments in the chat, and if you didn't notice, I mean, straight up, that Ogren definitely reminded me of Bill from Left 4 Dead with the red beret and everything. It was good, good moments. And I'm sorry, but that I don't know what class they were playing, but the player, the person that named their character Ed Nurgle stole my bong. That was brilliant. That was a great fucking name. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me for part 66 of Darktide. I'm your host at the most. I have a mustache. If be so kind, hit the like and subscribe button right down below and hit the bell icon so notified of all the fun stuff I'll post here right here on my channel. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll say to all you good, wonderful, gorgeous, better not be heretics, people, adios. I am out of here.